everyone. My name's Corrina and welcome to my podcast. I generally podcast about my knitting projects and my horsemanship journey with my two Mustangs, Odin and Bragi, who I adopted from the Wild Horse Adoption Program from the Bureau of Land Management. Well, I've been struggling a little bit about what to podcast about because I don't have any finished objects, and I kind of didn't really want to show my works in progress again. They're the same works in progress. I'm working on the Crossvine sweater by Berroco and the shawl, Exploration Stations shawl by Stephen West. So right now I'm standing in the laundry room, pondering going outside. It's pouring down rain, so I'll show you that. I have tentative plans to go on a bike ride in the rain with a friend of mine who lives up the road from me. And also I would like to introduce you to the horse I am fostering. So he's a 22-year-old thoroughbred who was seized from a starvation situation along with his herd mates. There were about 27 horses in total seized from the situation. And that happened last fall, and these horses have been in rehabilitation since then. Today is Sunday, April 2nd. He arrived. Sparrow is his barn name. He arrived last Saturday, and he's settling in quite nicely. So I'll take you down to meet him, and on the way I'll kind of show you the rain. Maybe we'll look at my bike. So we'll see. All right, more soon. Oh, here's the rain. I'm still on the porch. I haven't ventured out. I wanted to just show my little porch garden. So it's down here. It's doing all right. Definitely have some sprouts, and those are mason jars. And then this section is actually doing pretty good, and I'm actually pretty pleased with the pea vine because it survived some pretty cold nights. And it seems like it's returning a little bit to its some stability in its life. So, and then here's some onion starts and some herbs in this bin, and they're doing pretty good. Here's my little, more of my junkyard garden. Various sprouts in the bag at the end. Some potatoes I planted, but in general everything's sprouting quite nicely. And then over here I planted some peas. It looks like there is some cucumber or squash or something from the compost that's coming up. I don't really see any pea sprouts yet, but more of my junkyard garden, so I have a couple pieces of fencing and a chain link gate that I was just hanging out in the barn. So hopefully those will be supporting peas eventually. So I'm on my way out to the compost pile. There's our canoe that I hope to use in a few weeks. We'll see. Maybe this is the last hurrah of winter. I don't know. Garden shed. This was a hand-built garden shed, not by us, but by the previous. And then here are our compost bins. So the one on the right-hand side is compost that's been aging for quite a while. I think it's been over a year. And here is the active compost. So I do throw clean paper in there as well, just to give them that part of the necessary compost recipe. Okay, that's it for now. Well, I'm pleased to report that my bicycle does fit in the back of my Prius. So it's all loaded. I have very few or no excuses not to go, even though it is 39 degrees and raining right now. That sounds like a marvelous excuse, but I have cabin fever very badly, so it'd probably be good just to go out and suffer in the rain for a little bit. The other thing I wanted to do was to show off the rhubarb. It's doing pretty well. Well, and there's Sparrow. Hi, cutie pie. He's a good boy. in his winter blanket, but he likes to spend a lot of time in his stall. And then here's my boys, Bragi and Odin. There we go, standing under a tree in the rain instead of their stall, even though there's probably hay in their stall. So Bragi has an abscess, and he has a poultice on his hoof. It looks like the little, it is wrapped in duct tape, and it looks like it's about to come off. He's been pretty sore, haven't you, buddy? He's a little perkier though. His facial expression's not quite as dull, and his ears are forward, so that's kind of nice. So I'm hoping he feels better. So, yeah. So we'll see. He's not really wanting to move very much, so it tells me that he's probably, well, yep, there he goes. So, well, yeah, ouch. Okay, we'll stop for now. Hi, buddy. So we're in the barn aisle. One of the things that comes with a new horse is hay, and this hay, because Sparrow is a foster, the rescue organization provides the hay. So I provide the care, the rescue organization provides the hay. And this particular rescue organization is Skagit Animals in Need, which the acronym is SANE. Now, Sparrow gets some really nice orchard grass and alfalfa. My boys, because they will pack on weight, and I should explain that that's because Sparrow is old. He's a senior horse. He's 22 years old, and he needs those calories to help keep his weight on, and that's also why he has a blanket on. Whereas my Mustangs are easy keepers, so they tend to gain weight pretty easily, so they get this local grass hay that you see here. And so I spent part of the, I guess Thursday evening and Friday morning loading 47 bales of hay there, and then also here's my hay room. And so, oh, hi, Sparrow. So, Sparrow's, he's a little bit of a talker. And then I keep hay bales ready for feeding. And here's O in the stall, making a good choice, eating hay. Bragi's outside, filling up one of their water tanks. So, oh, he's peeing, so I don't need to film that. So I'll take you over to Sparrow and maybe do a proper introduction. So here's his stall. Here's his bum. Hi, buddy. Are you gonna come over and say hi? Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Hi. Hi there. How are you? So here he is. Hi, mister. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's always looking for cookies. He's like, you know how cookies, and I'm not that interested in you. Yeah, but I am curious. Yeah, he's nice and warm under his blanket, but you have a hard time seeing him because he keeps putting his head over here. So I think we'll stop for now. Yes, there's his nostrils. Hi, nostrils. Okay, back at the watering station. So this is Sparrow's second water bucket I'm filling up, and then here's the Odin and Bragi's big trough that I'm also going to, after Sparrow's bucket fills up, then I'll just put the hose on low and then just let this fill up for the next couple hours at a very low speed so I can go back in the house. It might feel like, and there's some truth to this, that having horses is a lot about horse care, and it is. There is a tremendous amount of hi, Sparrow, watering, feeding, picking manure, not riding activities, in other words. And you know, there's the muddy paddock, so I've got everyone confined to smaller spaces. Bragi and Odin get a bigger space because they've been here for, well, Odin's been here for I guess 4 years out of the 5 that I've owned him, and Bragi's been here for the 3 years that I have owned him. And so I trust them. They have spent the night out here most nights. And they know where to come for groceries. So that's, you built this relationship of trust and make it inviting to stay where you want them to stay, and even make it inviting to go into the round pen and do some work when it's not really yucky like this. And this is where a sparrow also gets turned out so you can roll around in the sand when it's not all wet. So this is big enough to ride in, just sort of some walk trot. Maybe some canter circles. I don't ride canter circles in this. It just seems too small, even to me. So I have lots of obstacles and some toys that they may or may not be interested in. Mounting block. But I spend far less time in here than I do the actual daily care. Sometimes it gets a little frustrating. But at some point in this video, maybe after this one, I'm going to show the Pony Club group that I volunteer with on Saturdays. So that was yesterday. And what I want to say about that is, the kind of riding that they do is really inspiring, and I learn something every single time that I'm there. I hope to ride like that again, at least in the summer months. So, which means hauling Odin out to someplace to do that, which was one of the reasons why I wanted to foster Sparrow, is to give Bragi a companion for when I take Odin away. And hopefully that plan works out. We'll see. Checking on the water bucket, because that's part of what happens. I obviously don't have a place to ride like you'll see in the videos, the upcoming videos, because I've got pasture and it's pretty hilly and a lot of trees. So, I'm not sure what kind of riding I'll be able to do around here. Luckily, there are some trails that I can haul to that's about, 5 to 7 minutes away. Excuse me. The trails are closed right now, but I could take Odin for a walk on the roads, on the logging roads, and I may do that. Who knows? Maybe next weekend I'll do that. So, it is getting to the point. Hopefully, this is the last kind of major winter storm, and we'll really get into spring with a certain amount of confidence that it'll be mostly sunshiny. So hopefully there will be more riding and the stuff that I like to do in exchange for all the care and feeding and worrying that I do for these guys. So I think that's going to be it for now. I'm going to change hose to the other the big tub there, and say goodbye for now. All right, pouring down rain. I just wanted to point out that an important part of horse care and horse health is picking up manure. So this pile behind my left shoulder is at least 2 years old, so I'm using that as compost for my garden. You can see that I have it covered in black plastic. Right behind me is let me see if I can show this, sorry about that. This way, wheelbarrow that I just picked. And this is the active manure pile that I will also return the black plastic cover over after it's done. And then the pile back there is 1 year old, so that has been under the tarp for 1 year old. I like to keep them under tarp for at least 2 years, hopefully to reduce the number of weeds, but the system isn't perfect and you may still get weeds in the garden, but they're pretty easy to take care of those. So that is that. I need to dump this and check the watering operation. So see you soon. Okay, I just moved the hose. Boy, that's really backlit behind me, isn't it? So that's the manure pile with the black plastic. And what I didn't explain was why I cover it with black plastic. And there's two reasons. You can probably hear it raining. Oh, there's the better light. So I don't want all the runoff from the manure to pollute any nearby water, streams or anything like that. So this protects those waterways by covering it so the rain just runs off the black plastic and not soaked through the manure, and then all that liquid slurry goes down into a creek. Because this is Northwest Washington, there is water everywhere and it all ends up in some water body downstream. The second reason is that covering it in black plastic also helps it cook faster or decompose faster. So the compost that's ready to go on my garden, that has been going on my garden, it's actually pretty nice stuff. Oh, there's the light again. The light is really weird behind me. So anyway, that's why I do that, to prevent pollution and to speed up the composting or decomposition process. Okay, oops, there's my glove. Hello, glove. Well, it's never really goodbye until it's really goodbye, is it? So Odin came out. Oh, Bragi's walking so much better than he was. I mean, he's still ouchy, but so much better. I have high hopes. So I'm standing under a dry spot under a tree, just still waiting for that water bucket to fill up. And I just wanted to thank my viewers, my subscribers for watching. And if you want to let me know what you think about this format, mostly I'd like to stick to the format of, my knitting projects, and then also some news on my horsemanship journey. But again, when I don't have anything new and it's just been the same old stuff, knitting stuff, I'm just reluctant to share that. So I can see Bragi's feeling well enough to pester Odin a little bit, kind of being a little silly little brother. Also, he cracks me up. There he goes. Yep, I'm going to bite your hamstring. I also wanted to say that right before Bragi got the abscess, I put him in training. So my trainer comes out here every week, and then we're putting him on the path to starting him under saddle. Oh, he's sassy enough. I think he could maybe use some training this week. So anyway, so yeah, if you'd like to leave a comment, I'd really appreciate it about what you think of this format. And next time I should have some knitting for you. I am getting close to finishing that Crossvine. I'm on the first sleeve, and within the next couple weeks should have the second sleeve done. So I think this is really goodbye. I think I mean it this time. All right, thanks again. Like and subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. See you next time.